Hello and welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle from Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I am so glad that you are here today. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are watching this on the replay, know that you're guaranteed just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, learn more in the description box below. I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times, with some additional streams thrown in around planetary movements as well as world events. If you want to know about those, go ahead and click the notification bell and subscribe button, and you'll know as soon as I decide I'm hopping on live. It's so good to have you all here. We'll start out for the first half an hour to 40 minutes with requests in the chat. So if you're here live, feel free to make any requests towards your personal healing, whether they're general or specific. I can select some crystals or you can request some, and we're going to spend that time building a beautiful crystal grid to support the healing work we do. After that, I'll briefly explain what Reiki is, a little of what to expect, and from there I will turn down the lights, turn up the music, and send Reiki healing to you whenever and wherever you happen to be. So thanks again for being here. If you want to learn more about my online Reiki classes, my social media, my crystal shop, or my Discord, go ahead and check out that description box below. And yeah, let's dive right in, see what everyone's requests are. Ooh, I see some good requests coming in already. Oh, nice. Welcome in, Cora Carr, Grace, Jennifer, Susan. So good to see you all. Okay, so I started up our grid. Just bear with me one moment while I bring it up for all of you. Okay, great. There we go. So here is our grid to start off with. We have copper as usual to help get the energy moving, get it flowing, break up the blockages. We have Herkimer Diamond for our ongoing support of Greg in finding his literary agent. And for Susan with inflammation, we've got Lapis. This is also going to go ahead and help. We've had some requests for Vincent and some others around tidiness and getting organized, downsizing, cleaning out, decluttering. Lapis is an excellent stone for that as well. So if you have any other requests, go ahead, pop into the chat. You could be new here, you could be returning. It's totally up to you. So let's see what we've got here. Intention is for healing, heart healing, love, and depression. Gotcha. I'm going to go ahead and bring in some Peridot. I had a really strong feeling about bringing in Peridot today. It just like jumped into my hand. Peridot is an excellent all things of the heart stone, as well as support for mental health, especially things like depression. And I struggle with that myself. And of course, Reiki crystals, these are not the only ways to help to support those things, but it's one of the many that can be supportive, and I certainly hope that it helps. Peridot, like I said, excellent for all things heart-centered, and that's what we think of as related to the emotional heart. So how we support ourselves, how we feel. It's a big mood booster stone, but specifically can be really good for anything with a tendency towards depression. Also great for like habits and things that are in your way that are causing you issue. So any kind of negative habit that you have, as well as even addiction, recovery, things like that. This can be a great stone for all of those. So I'm going to go ahead and bring some in. Peridot can be a little hard to find, at least good green Peridot, so I have just smaller pieces. There we go. So there's Peridot, and I hope that helps. Hope that helps, Grace. And I'm glad that you are here. I also have, let's see, reduce inflammation. Gotcha. Good to see you. Cora Carr, citrine, Smoky Quartz. Labradorite Rainbow Moonstone. Let's be a little fancy today. Okay. All right, so Rainbow Moonstone and Labradorite. Rainbow Moonstone is actually white Labradorite. The two of them are really complementary. They kind of are the yin to one another's yang. This stone, the whiter of the two, Rainbow Moonstone, it's really excellent for intuition on the deepest levels, on being connected to the divine feminine, deep knowledge and wisdom if you're doing any kind of magical pursuits, if you are practicing with or learning mediumship, if you are doing any kind of intuitive work. This can be an excellent stone to help really bring in and fine-tune your connection to the information that you seek and help you bring that message through. So we have that. It's very much linked with the High Priestess card in the tarot. We also have Labradorite, which is a little bit more of, it's definitely related to intuition, but a little bit more grounded and measured. This is helping to support that kind of intuitive channel and help to ground it while still empowering it. Labradorite helps us to glean the messages from things, to balance the mind, not just the intuitive, but also the intellectual, for a really balanced approach to information. It's often used for studying and research in those regards, but it's also an excellent stone for anyone who is having difficulty sleeping, especially if the sleep difficulty is based in just too much intuitive energy and being ungrounded. So great study stone, great spiritual pursuit stone. Yeah, love them both. So we're going to go ahead and bring them in. Let's go ahead and bring one here and one there. There we go. Sweet. Citrine is a money manifester. It's great for calling in any kind of financial abundance, resources, and wealth in any of those ways, whether it's something that you need very quickly or something that would benefit you over time. If you're looking for a better job, if you're looking for a good investment, and especially if you're looking to simply start to increase your cash flow, this can be a really, really helpful stone. It's like a very classic money manifester stone for sure. So let's see. Let's go ahead and bring some citrine points. And if you're new here, don't be shy. We've got lots of lovely, warm people. There we go. Hello, Fiat Luna. Good to see you. Vincent, welcome in. Great. And Smoky Quartz. So Smoky Quartz for protection, but also for transmuting energy. It helps to transform the energy that we're working with, whether we've just moved into a new place or we're trying to shift our own energy. Smoky Quartz can help with that sort of exchange. It also helps to loosen energy blocks, so it's very linked with Reiki. And it's one of the stones that I use for calming worry, especially if you are over worrying about something, like ruminating, bringing it through your mind over and over again. Smoky Quartz can be helpful to kind of ground that energy and bring in and invite this sense of calmness, transforming that worry into calm. Thank you, Korakar. And intentions, reducing worry and increasing financial stability and growth. Well, there you go. So there's Smoky Quartz for sure. And financial stability and growth. The citrine helps that. You've also requested cinnabar, which is amazing for that. So cinnabar, malachite, pyrite. You got it. Malachite can be really helpful in moving energy through the heart, especially if you have things that are holding you back, whether it's patterns, beliefs, or just old energy related to the emotional heart center. This helps us to create the change to ultimately suit us better in the future with opportunities for better relationships or just more balanced relationships with the folks that are already here. So it's not always considered an easy stone to work with, but it's certainly fruitful. It certainly helps in the long run. I absolutely love malachite. It's definitely a teacher stone. There we go. And we've got next pyrite, which it's also another one that's helpful for moving Reiki energy. It's also great for intuition and balanced intuition. It can help with protection, just like Smoky as well. Another stone that helps to open up the intuitive channels and be more receptive in a way that brings clarity to those messages. It's also great for brain function and memory, and a lot of folks do use it for memory recall. I know lots of folks that use it for when they're trying to memorize, say, what all the different stones do, or they're studying for a test or something. This is considered a memory stone in that regard. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and bring this in. Let's bring that in with the citrine. And it's not cut into these cubes. It actually naturally forms that way, which is, nature is so beautiful and wild. There we go. Awesome. We next have cinnabar, which is mercury. So yeah, careful with this one at home. Definitely no direct infusions. Definitely no leaving this where kids, pets, anybody can get them and start licking them. Not for that. So cinnabar is, like I said, it's actual mercury. At the same time, it is an excellent stone of financial abundance, especially if you are a merchant of any variety. This is one of the merchant stones. This is a time-honored gift to someone who is a shopkeeper or who is opening a shop, to bring in customers, to bring in sales, to bring in financial abundance and stability. So I love that you requested that. We're going to go ahead and place these here and here. And I might work them into the center a little bit more depending on how the grid goes. But thank you so much for requesting those, and all the best to you, Jennifer. Unexpected wealth, financial blessings, you definitely got them there. I'm going to bring in one more of financial abundance. Red tiger eye. Red tiger eye is great if you're trying to bring in financial gain quickly, especially if you need it. Something's gone on, there's been a sudden bill, something like that. So red tiger eye is also highly protective, energetically and in the physical world as well. So red tiger eye looks just like golden tiger eye, but it was formed in the Earth's crust closer to iron, giving it this red look. This is thought to be protective even and especially in cases of very intentional magic or actions, even mundane actions, things like bullying, things like it's thought to be helpful for things like sexism, gaslighting, people who tend to pick on someone else. This would be a great gift to the person who was picked on. This is also great for any type of triangulation in family or work, any type of really bad interpersonal play, this is a really helpful stone there. It's definitely thought of as an anti-psychic attack stone as well. And if you want to learn more about stones that help with protection and energy clearing, I actually have a video on that you can watch. So just a heads up on that. And this actually is one of the stones in that video, along with our good friend Smoky Quartz and several others. So there we go. Red Tiger Eye, putting that close to the citrine, definitely manifesting financial success and calling in financial abundance with a quickness, with a hurry, where needed. And thank you for your request. Greg's surgery went well. I'm so glad to hear that. You're still at the hospital, but doing well. Yeah, definitely. For the literary agent, we have Herkimer. Herkimer is great for manifesting and calling on something that you kind of want to leave a little room for error, where you're asking the universe, this is what I need, and I really want it to be in harmony with the greatest, highest good for myself and everybody else involved. So Herkimer really brings in that holistic kind of energy of, may this serve everybody and may this be in my highest good. So I love that. But definitely send Greg our well wishes and our intentions for a quick healing. Oh my goodness, you requested Peridot. That's wild. Yeah, there's Peridot here. I was just saying that I just grabbed it today before the stream even started. I just knew it had to come in. So yeah, we've got green Peridot out there. Lots of love to you for sure. My goodness, how it just happens. You were looking at Peridot last night? Yeah. Hellos. Let's see. Hello, Heart. Great to see you. Petrified Wood, absolutely. Transforming, letting go of what no longer serves, completing tasks, heart health, and entering the new moon, absolutely. So we will bring that in, and let's see. So transformation. Transformation can be helpful with Smoky Quartz. Heart health, Red Tiger Eye is great for heart health. Entering the new moon, letting go of what no longer serves. And Petrified Wood, give me a moment to kind of peek around. In fact, let me start with Petrified Wood. Here's a larger slab of petrified wood than I usually use in our grid. And you can see both sides of it. I just love this piece so much. This actually came up today in a one-on-one session for a client. Petrified wood helps us to really embrace change, especially personal change, that can feel like we have to die as one person in order to be transformed into our end goal of what we would ultimately like to be. So this, because that's exactly what happened to Petrified Wood, was a living tree, had to die before it became eventually stone, and turning into exactly what it is and why we love it. Here on the edge, you can still see the very natural sort of edge of a tree. You can see a little bit of the sides of the rings, and the top and bottom are polished, and I absolutely love it for that. So we're going to go ahead and place it right under our copper piece. There we go. And thank you, Fiat Luna. So glad you're here, for letting go. Letting go as well as heart health. We've got a great stone for that. And completing tasks. Gotcha there. New moon energy. There we go. So we actually have rainbow moonstone as well as labradorite. Now we're going to bring in the more traditional basic Moonstone, which they are all related as stones. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I love that piece of Petrified Wood. Thank you. To connect with lunar energy, the divine feminine, and really work with the full moon, Labradorite and Rainbow Moonstone definitely help. This is just basic Moonstone. This is everything with the lunar cycles and the cycles of life and death, of the ebb and flow of energy in general, and how everything in nature has a cyclical timing to it, all things in their perfect timing. This is one that can help with everything from intuition to women's health. It's thought to really be helpful for protection during travel, and it's often used for that, like protection amulets for those who travel a bit. It's also helpful for releasing patterns, because just as it has its pattern and its balance, it also helps to recognize the patterns that we have that are not so helpful for us. So Moonstone for sure, for any kind of work you're doing with full moon, new moon energy, this is an excellent stone to bring into that work. It really does help you connect with that energy. There we go. So Moonstone. Next we have for this is just an excellent stone. I'm so glad that we're working with it more here. This is tourmalinated quartz, or tourmalated quartz, I've also heard it called. These pieces are a little larger, so it's a little more unwieldy for me to work with, but this does so much. This is very much linked with the heart, the physical heart. It's thought to be connected with blood vessels, the valves and things like that, and even clogging in the heart. As you can see, the black tourmaline streaks going through clear quartz, and I feel like that's what leads folks to believe it's sort of like going through and clearing what is no longer serving. In that regard, black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy. So on a very physical level, it's thought to have those qualities, but certainly on the metaphysical side, black tourmaline is a stone that I would absolutely suggest if you want to repel less than great energy. So to bring this through something as clear quartz, it kind of goes within and helps us clear the house a little bit. It can also be really helpful for good fortune, and if you're like trying to win something, so it definitely helps with the financial requests that we've had. Another one that's really good for protection for travel, it's thought to be an amulet of protection for driving and road incidents, as well as patterns, like patterns from childhood, patterns in the current, finding what needs to be let go of and releasing it in general. So we're going to go ahead and bring in some tourmalinated quartz. Let's do this and this. Okay, good stuff. And let me put these here. And for the request to complete tasks, one of my favorites for that is chrysoprase. And I know we work with it a lot, and I've picked it up a lot for you specifically, Vincent. So I know you know what it is about, but this is a great stone for follow through. It helps us to see the changes we've already made, the ground we've already covered, the progress that we've already brought to its conclusion, so that it makes reaching the end feel that much more attainable. So if you're getting into a place of like burnout or sort of like senioritis-y kind of feelings, this can be helpful. Also for overcoming disappointment. So if you're working on something and then you kind of get a roadblock in your path, or something doesn't rise to meet you, something isn't what it turned out to be, and now you're a little bit set back, this can help you to overcome that and find the momentum to keep going and making progress on your overall goals. So this one can even be used for like picking up the pieces after a career loss. Like if you know someone that's been fired or laid off, or the company goes out of business and it just feels like, what do I even do? Do I even want to keep doing this? I just feel so fried. Chrysoprase can be helpful for that. So let's bring some chrysoprase in here. Awesome. And I think we're about at that time where we go ahead and I select a couple of crystals that are what I think may support all the requests that we have in the best possible way. You all will get to vote on them. And while you all are voting, I will explain what Reiki is for those who are new. So go ahead and give me just a moment to peek through and see what I feel like wants to come in and shine its blessings on us. And I will be right back. You all keep chatting amongst yourselves. Financial stability, absolutely. We've got citrine, we've got red tiger eye, and we've got cinnabar. Oh, the market dropped. Gotcha. Let's do... I'm going to add in some iolite to the money stones that we have. Iolite, one of its big purposes is financial management, like money management, which can be really good for things like that. Also great for psychic sleep disturbances, weight loss, fever, and meditation. I mean, it's a wide spectrum with iolite, and we use it for so many things here. The concept of using it for money management, it is a very balancing and grounding stone that does still work with your intuition and can help you connect with your guides as well. So you can use it for either. I'm going to go ahead and bring this in. I'm going to put it next to our cinnabar. There we go. Okay. So I have this, and what else did I want to bring in? Feel like I got it. Okay, so here's our choices. Choice 1 is Garnet. It just feels like a good addition. Garnet is all about organization and courage, leadership, balance, management, finding strength in times of difficulty or tumult. It's a very, very root chakra stone. It's a very Capricorn stone. It's actually January's birthstone, which makes it pretty perfect for exactly what you would think to represent Capricorn for sure. This is, I mean, it also brings some creativity in as well. This is one that you can use if you're looking to get organized, find some courage, get your things together, and keep going in the face of change or difficulty, or just to simply get all of your ducks in a row in any capacity. This is a stone of executive function, organization, getting things done. So if somebody's been promoted, this is a great stone. If someone is looking to increase their managerial skill or anything like that, this can be an incredible stone to work with. The other one that really jumps out, and I don't think I've used this one with all of you. This was in with my personal collection of stones, and I brought it over just a couple weeks ago. This is emerald. Now I have a lot of emerald pieces that you've seen that are raw. This one's a lot lighter in color. This was a gift from a jeweler on Jewelers Row, my friend Janie. Emerald is a big time heart stone. It just supports and nurtures the heart center of emotions. It's also fantastic for tissue regrowth. So if you have injuries, surgery, anything like that you're looking to heal, it's definitely a healer of emotions and physical body. So yeah, emerald or garnet, you go ahead and choose. I never know how this vote's gonna go. So go ahead and vote in the chat. If you haven't already liked the stream, please consider doing so. That helps the algorithms. And I'm just gonna briefly explain what Reiki is to all of you who are new to the concept. So as I mentioned at the top of the hour, I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. You can learn more about me, my online Reiki classes, social media, Discord, Crystal Shop, all that good stuff in the description below. And the style of Reiki I work with most is known as Usui Reiki. This is named after the founder of this particular method, which was created in early 1920s Japan. And as it was created in Japan, it comes with the concept that we see in Japanese culture, the indigenous spirituality known as Shintoism. In Shintoism, everything has a soul. Everything is made of what we might call energy here in the West. And all of this soul energy is interconnected. Everything on Earth is interconnected, interwoven, and one piece is sort of webbed with the next. While we have our own individual and unique energy fields, which are ours and perfectly lovely to be protected and kept to ourselves, that doesn't mean that we don't also overlap and interrelate with everything around us, from the plants and the trees to the things to the other people. The things behind me, the you where you are, we're all interconnected. And that in this interconnectivity, there are several different energies or frequencies, if you will, that run through all of us, that all of us have access to. And one of those is known as this spiritually guided life energy, also called Reiki. That's what it loosely translates to. So the concept of this energy is that it is this lovely, warming, supportive, all nurturing energy that helps support our body, mind, and spirit to find the balance that it already wants to achieve. In other words, our body, mind, and spirit are already working with this energy that is flowing through everything. And essentially the practice of Reiki, very much slimmed down into a small nutshell, is that I will be connecting with this energy very intentionally and directing more of it to you, wherever and whenever you happen to be, because we're all interconnected. So in terms of space, how many miles away you are from me, it does not matter. And even in terms of backwards or forwards in time, it doesn't matter, because everything's connected. So this is an energy that you have flowing through you right now. It's not brand new, but feeling it intentionally sent to you, being open to intentionally receiving it, that's definitely a different experience than you might have had before. You're invited to make any intentions that you have for your personal healing, but you don't have to have any. You can simply have the intention of just finding out what Reiki is. That sounds great. I invite you to get comfortable in any way that works for you. Sitting up, lying down, close your eyes if you like. However you feel cozy. You can combine this time with something else if you want to, like yoga, journaling, music. But especially if this is your first time, you might enjoy most just relaxing and seeing how Reiki shows up for you. You may notice sensations in your body. You may notice emotions popping up. You may get some active thinking and some clarity on some things, maybe realizing what your subconscious is trying to tell you, or maybe you're getting some spiritual guidance externally. Maybe it's a little bit of all of these things. I encourage you to just go ahead and notice whatever shows up. After the 25-minute session, I'll invite you to take a deep breath. I'll reopen the chat, and I'll happily invite any questions that you might have, as well as any feedback, as well as any experiences you wanted to share. They'll all be welcomed and invited, and I'll do my best to support you with those. If you're watching this in the future, or if you think of something later, go ahead and use the comments or reach out to me through social media or the Discord, and I will do my best to sort that with you. As you relax and enjoy the session, you can move around all you need. There's no one right way to receive Reiki. I will turn the music up. If you want to learn more about the creator of this music, her information is linked in the description, and I will turn the lights down. The lights will move slowly and gently through several different colors, but at no point will there be flashing or strobing. But yeah, I thank you so much for being here. If your mind is sort of rambling on and you're not sure if it's helpful or fruitful thought or just mind rambling, I encourage you to just take a deep breath. And if it does come back up, just let it tell you what it has to tell you. Thank you so much again for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure to share this healing with all of you today. And let's go right into it and see what won that vote. Oh, lovely. Both. It's always both. So let's go ahead and do both. Let me move these here. I've got my own piece of stone there. So let's go ahead and bring out some garnet. And we'll put there we go. We'll put the emerald right there. And for garnet, we will place them plenty of garnets. Garnets do form these lovely like shapes. This is not cut. This is naturally formed in this sort of faceted way. Sometimes they get a little tumbled up and become round. But yeah, it naturally forms this shape. So lots of garnet, lots of emerald, lots of loving, beautiful energy. I love the cinnabar here and here, and all of the abundant stones. Again, thank you all for being here. I'm going to go ahead and set the lights and the music. Enjoy your session. I'll be sending for about 25 minutes. So for those of you who are here live, it will end about 5 after 5, and then I will invite you back. Okay? Have a beautiful session. I invite you now to take a deep breath. Slowly start to come back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And if you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and pop it in the chat. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It was an honor and a pleasure. I know I feel better. So grateful to be able to share Reiki. I gave 2 private sessions earlier today, and I still have another community distance Reiki at 8 p.m. if you want to come back and join again. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Love to you, heart. You're absolutely welcome, Vincent. So glad to have you here. And those of you who are students of mine, current or were at any point, there is another Reiki share on Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon, and that's just for my students for now. There will be some more general, open to the public ones later, but we are always going to have just student ones too. Those of you who came out last night, thank you. It was so much fun. But yeah, if you have taken any Reiki class, any level with me at any point in time, go ahead and either reach out to me through email or check the emails I already sent with the links. And yeah, it'll be Sunday. It's by Zoom, so it doesn't matter where you happen to be. But yeah, Sunday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Oh, heart, you can use text or email, either one. Yeah, I'd love to see you there for that. You're so welcome, Grace. And I will be back this evening for some more community distance Reiki at 8 p.m. Eastern US time. So that's 3 hours from now. I will also be back Sunday evening at 8 p.m. And then our usual weekly schedule, Wednesdays 4 p.m., Thursdays 8 a.m., and then of course Fridays 4 and 8. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you all are feeling better. I hope that your intentions are supported. You're so welcome, Jennifer. So, speaking of students of mine, Fiad Luna in the chat has her own channel where she does Reiki here on YouTube, and so does Jennifer Vatsa, does Reiki and so much more. Lots of crystals and spellcasting and stuff like that. And Jennifer is also having a crystal sale on her website. You could also find her Etsy at Belladonna Botanicals. My crystal shop will be having a sale as we head into September to celebrate 14 years of teaching. So definitely be on the lookout for that. So grateful to have you all. So I'm going to go ahead and bring things to a close here with a heart filled with gratitude for all of you. As always, I archive the streams for later viewing, and you can always go back to a stream and see what crystals I used. Give me a couple days or just a couple hours sometimes and look in the text in the description. I always type out the names of the crystals, so in case you're looking for them locally, it's a little easier to find them when you can spell them. And yeah, been an honor and a pleasure. All right, everyone, I hope to see you again soon, if not later today. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Blessings to all. And most importantly, take care of yourself. Bye for now.